Hi everybody, so my client's back for an infill and a redesign, and we are going to create some fun bikinis on her nails, because why not? So first I'm just going to start by taking off all the color and leaving on as much product as I can. She did break one nail, so I'm going to have to fix that one. But yeah, other than that, everything is still good. So yeah, I'm just going to do a rebalance, taking away some product underneath. That way I can get nails coming straight out of the sidewall again, because they do tend to curve down a little bit, which I don't want. Um, yeah, so let's get started. So sadly, she broke this nail. But the good part is there isn't any lifting near the cuticle area, so yeah, so I did a good job. Yeah, but she started boxing in my classes, which is great, but yeah, accidents do tend to happen. Does she need to make her nails shorter? Yeah, she probably does, but just gonna have to let that figure it out. Let her figure that out for herself, So, but I did make them, like, I took off like a centimeter in length because they were way longer before she started boxing. So she's already taken them down like a little bit. Well, quite a bit. Like centimeter is like, that's quite a bit, yeah. So I'm just thinning that out and leaving on the product that's still attached. And once I'm done with that, I can go ahead and take off the cuticle tissue. So on this client, I'm using my small soft drill bit, and it's just flaking off the cuticle tissue. I'm not applying any pressure onto the nail plate because I don't want to damage the nail plate. I only want to take off the cuticle tissue, and that's it. And I do think it's always a very satisfying process to just see all that tissue just flake off and go. And as you can see, it's only the tissue that I'm removing, and you can see it just flaking off the nail plate really easily, making sure that it's all gone also on those side walls, because that will cause lifting too if you leave it on there. So be sure to take it all off, and yeah, just be careful not to hurt your client, of course. Some clients have quite a lot cuticle tissue, and oh my god, that is really satisfying to take off, but usually I'm not filming, so that sometimes, like, that's such a shame. I should just film that one client, with all the extra cuticle tissue, but usually I just forget, and once I'm in the process, I'm like, oh yeah, I should really record this. This is just so, ASMR. So now it's time to really scrub that nail, get rid of all the dirt and oils that are left on top of the nail plate and make sure it's all clean. And when that's done, my base is ready for product application. And I do try to use a clean side of my wipe with every nail that I scrub. So now I'm gonna go in with my rubber base clear. It's got perfect adhesion, I'm just gonna take it over the entire length of the nail. There isn't any lifting, so I can safely just take it over the natural nail and then onto the product that's still left on the nail. No worries there. Of course, if you've got any lifting, make sure it's gone because um you could trap some bacteria or fungi, underneath that lifting, and you really don't want that. So make sure to get rid of all the lifting before you apply any new product on top. And of course, I'm gonna have to fix her middle finger. She's got a pretty high hyponychium, so I have to be really careful with that because it really hurts if you're pushing a nail form against that skin underneath the nail. It's really sensitive, so just be careful with that. So I'm going to cut the nail form like a little bit, like in the same shape of the hyponychium that I can get it underneath her nails just a little bit better. I could do a lot more with cutting the nail form to size, but um, then I would get a really nice sculpted nail, which would really look, a lot different than her other nails, which are her natural nails underneath the product. So I want this nail to match the shape of her natural nails. Get what I'm saying? Like I could create a really nice pinched straight nail, but her other nails aren't that way. So I'm just gonna try to recreate that same natural look. Yeah, and why don't I correct all the nails to look really pinched and like they're sculpted on a nail form? That's because she's got a pretty rough job, and she really needs the strength of the natural nails underneath the product just to keep it all on. If I remove the natural nail, there will be less support underneath, and she will tend to break her nails, a lot sooner than we want to, or way more than she does now. So we really want to keep that natural nail underneath and make it as pretty as we can, yeah, without removing that extra support. So now I'm going to go in with Care for Nails acrylic gel milky. As you can see, a very soft, pale pink color. Um, yeah, I love this base because colors really look good on top of this base because it's leaning just a little bit against, soft white. So yeah, it's a great base to work on. And as you can see, you just needed a little bead to fill up the gap. I'm just pulling the product over the nail, trying to get it as even as I can because I don't like to do a lot of filing. And then it's time to put it on her middle finger. And I've already got the clear base underneath, and that way I can work just a little bit thicker because it will cure underneath too. The light will get to go through the clear gel underneath her nails. So if you don't have that, if you've got like an opaque base underneath, you really need to work in thin layers because the light is not going to penetrate through all that thick product. So just be careful with that. Work smart, work safe. So now I'm gonna do as much shaping as I can using my electric nail file. Um, yeah, taking away all the excess product, getting that apex back in. And when I do it correctly, I won't have to do a lot of hand filing. After this, I always do hand file a little bit after this because I want the gel to stick really good to the product, like the gel polish. It tends to hold on better to a filed surface than a smooth surface. So yeah, that's why. I'm always checking the shape if it's really straight and no lumps or bumps or whatever. And in my opinion, you can do that best using your hand file afterwards. So now I'm going to use my acid-free primer and I'm going to apply it on all of her nails, like a little bit in the center where I'm going to use my 3D non-stick gel. Because if I don't, it's not going to stick very well because it's a very dry and a filed surface. And I do want it to stick because it's really annoying if it keeps falling off, trust me, it really is. So I'm just going to scoop out a fair amount and make like this little worm immediately. And then I'm going to cut off some beads, some big beads, some small beads, because we've got big boobs, we've got small boobs. Yeah, so I'm gonna use a variety of sizes. Yeah, so I'm just making a small ball and just sticking them onto the nail. And now I've noticed that one is way larger than the other, so I'm just going to take a little bit off because they were really lopsided. Like, yeah, that wouldn't look good. And I know that's true in some cases, but not on her nails. I know we actually named the different types of yeah characters. I guess we had a blast. Yeah, but yeah, all her nails got names now and different personalities and whatever. Yeah, it was really funny. So I'm just going to push it down a little bit, not to make it like there are just two melons on top of a nail, but I do want to make it look a little bit realistic. So yeah. And I'm just going to repeat that same process on all of the nails. We've chosen 5 different gel polishes. like really a pink nude, a more brownish nude, a more pale nude, because we thought it would just look fun, having different skin tones. So I'm gonna do that after I've applied all the little boobies. Yeah, so um, we've applied it, we're gonna cure it, and then I'm gonna apply 2 layers of gel polish on each nail. So yeah, just enjoy the process, I guess. So now it's finally time to put on some bikinis. That was really fun too, and this whole process just deciding, what kind of bikinis do we want? We did want like 10 different bikinis. I think we got that pretty good. Yeah, I really loved this one, the yellow one. Like, it was so flashy. Yeah, and adding the bikinis really made the design come to life, basically, if you can say that. Yeah. So we've just decided to paint on the bikinis and to add some small details here and there. Nothing too much. Yeah, but I think they came out pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, and I really thought the bikini needed a little something something, so I've decided to add some, like, banter print. I thought it looked really, really good. Yeah. Once I finished that, we gave it a cure, and I tend to do the thumbs before all other nails if I get a chance because I really want the thumbs to be out of the way. I don't want to get any fuzz on the other nails, and I don't want to get any fuzz on the thumb. And I do cure them separately, which adds a minor chance of getting fuzz onto the nails because their nails might touch the clothes. So I always try to do the thumbs first. Um, yeah, that's it basically. I'm thinking I need to say more, but I don't know what to say more. It's just the way it is. I try to get the thumbs out of the way first. So once they've got a full cure, I'm going to apply top coat and the thumbs are done. And then I can move on to the other nails. So for this nail, just, some gold highlights. I think it looked really, really good because I didn't want to add too much on the purple, but I didn't want to add a little something, something. And I'm gonna go in with my top gel no cleanse, my all-time favorite top coat. I'm just gonna get it all in there, under there, and between there. Yeah. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the process. So we decided to add a few stones here and there, like a belly piercing or whatever, and yeah, just a little something extra. I think it looked really good, and I've applied that straight into the top coat because they are so small. I don't expect her to lose any of the stones. You know, being they're not big stones, so she's not gonna get them caught. In her hair or anything. So I expect them to just stay on pretty good. And top coating the last nail. Absolutely love it. And here they are. Don't they look fun? They are so cute. Yeah, really had a lot of fun creating these. I can't wait to hear all the comments she's going to get on these nails. So I really hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a very good day. Goodbye.